Oh, okay. Hello, everyone. Today we are here with the Sainik School AI SSC 2021 question paper and answer key solution. I'm trying to share whatever knowledge that I can with any of the students or aspirants who wish to go through this or want to attempt the exam. Um, in the next upcoming session. Hope this video is helpful. This is I'm doing primarily for my Bhanja, Aryan. So let's start with this. Okay, this is for the class 6th. Okay. The first question: whole number are closed under which operation? Now, when you say closure properties, closure property is something which says that the two whole number, the result should also be whole number. Operation means your addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Okay. Uh, now, uh, addition is also a closure property because 5 plus 3 is 8. So both the number are whole number and the result is also whole number. Multiplication 5 into 3 is 15. So that is also a whole number. But a subtraction and division cannot be a whole number. The result cannot be whole number. In some cases, in many cases, it can be like 5 minus 3, it is 2, but 5 minus 5, it's 0. Okay. Similarly, if I do 5 divided by 3, it is what? 1.667. So which is a fraction or yes. Uh, that is the reason why division and subtraction are not the closure property, whereas multiplication and addition holds the closure property. Okay. Next being okay, there are other whole sorts of properties against whole number. One which is very useful or usually comes in exams are identity property. Okay, again, identity property means a into b is equals to a, or a operation b is equals to a. That means a is not changing from initial state to the result. So you need to find the b and the operation. So usually if I add 5 plus 0, the result is always 5. So plus is the operation and 0 is the identity number, okay, for the addition. So if I add 0 to any number, the result will not change. Result will always be the same number. So 5 plus 0 is 5. So 0 is the identity number for operation plus. Similarly, in multiplication, 1 is such because 5 into 1 is 5. So operation is multiply and the number is 1, identity number. Okay. And so that needs to be taken care. Successor of 1 million. Usually, Indian students are not so much familiar unless you are of ICSE board of this million or US way of defining the number system. Okay, let me try to help you with this. In Indian system, number are written something like this. Okay, the first 3 digit, that is ones, tens and hundred, these are put together, and then after that 1000, 10,000, like we go 10 after that, lakh, 10 lakh, crore, 10 crore, like that we go. That means first initial 3 are segregated as 3 and then we put comma after every 2. Okay, but in US system, the numbers are written something like this. Okay, that means ones, tens, hundred, thousand, 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 million, 100 million, billion, 10 billion, 100 billion, and trillion. Okay, that's how it is. So if I have to make 1 million, which is equals to ones, tens, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, million. So this is your million. If I have to take this in Indian rupees, it should be 1. After that, sorry, rather I would go from back 0, 0, 0, comma, 0, 0. What happened? There is one more 0 left, 0, comma. So what is this? इकाई दाएं सैकड़ा, हजार, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh. So you are 1 million is basically at the end in the Indian system. If we have to put, it is 10 lakh. Okay. So the successor means just one added to it. So the successor becomes 1,000,001 or 10 lakh 1. So it is 1 0, comma 00, comma 001. Or rather, if you remove the comma like this, if you want to represent this in a US system, it should be like this: 1,000,001. Successor means the number just after that. Predecessor means the number just before that. So if I have to write the predecessor, that means I need to, this is a 33617 digit number, and from 1 million, if I have to subtract 1, that means 6 9 digits will be there: 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this is predecessor, and 10 lakh 1 or 1,000,001 will be the successor. Successor means which comes after. Predecessor means which comes before. Sometimes you can also see this thing in terms of office bearing, like the when you take the office, you are basically the successor of your previous officer, and your previous officer becomes predecessor. He was there, and you are the successor. You are the next one. Okay. Okay. This question. See here, x and x are repeated. Okay, so x to x, what is the distance? 1 2 3 4 5. So this is 5. Okay, and from O to P, what is the distance? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So remember this, these are a kind of a circle thing. Okay, whenever you have to find the fraction, find O to P distance, which is 8, divided by the circular fraction. Okay. Okay, two consecutive integer between which the fraction 5.5 by 7 lies. 5 by 7, if I have to see here, my result says here 5 by 7 basically is 0.71. That means it is greater than 0, less than 1. So if I have to say between which two integer it lies, this is 0 and 1, because it is greater than 0 and less than 1. Now you might be a little confused, like what is the difference between integer, whole number, fraction? These are very basic things which we integers. A number which is not a fraction, a whole number. Okay, this is called integer. Integer is colloquially defined as number that can be written without a fraction component. Without a fraction components means not by 2, by 1, not like that. Okay, example 21 4 0 minus. So integer also includes the negative number. Okay, while these numbers are not integer. Okay, now let's say what is the whole number. Now integer was also a kind of whole number, but it was from positive to negative. It should not be fraction, it should be whole number. Then what is the difference between integer and whole number. Let's see. Whole number are the set of number including all positive integer and zero. So you just few minutes back I told you the integer means starting from negative to positive. It can be any number. Only thing is it should not be fraction. Okay. But whole number, it is just starting from zero towards positive. In the number line, if you see from zero towards right side. Whole number are part of a real number that do not include fraction, decimal, negative number. Okay, so basically from zero till infinity, any number, but that should not be fraction. Okay, or decimal or anything like that. Okay, it should be whole number like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it should not be 4 by 5 or it should not be 10 by 3. No, 10 by 2 is still a whole number because 10 by 2 ultimately goes to 5. Okay, so the difference between the integer and a whole number is only that integer is also a whole number, but that can include negative numbers. Okay, but whole number does not include negative numbers. Okay, there is one more thing that is written: whole number are whole number negative. Whole number don't include negative. The basic idea is it should be starting from zero towards your right side on the number line. Okay, I hope this is helpful. You're clear. Which of the following is the smallest number? Okay, smallest fraction. When you say fraction, it is always something by something, numerator and denominator. Always remember in these kind of question, you need to make denominator same. Maybe you take the LCM and make all of them same. Do something like that. Okay, that is the easiest way, or rather I would say that is the quickest way. Okay, make the denominator same, and uh, to make the denominator same, you might have to multiply the numerator with some of the common factors. And after that, you see the numerator. Whichever is bigger, that's the biggest fraction. Whichever is smaller, that becomes the smallest fraction. If you are dull, maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe there is only 4 options and you are good at division, divide them. 4 by 5 is basically the answer which is given. There is not much given in the options. But if I'm good at division, 4 by 5 means basically 0.8. Okay. Similarly, others are also there and you can divide it. Don't divide much, only divide till 2 digit after decimal. Okay, don't keep on going blah 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 blah. Like if it is uh, uh, 2 by 3, you can go on at 6 7 7 7 6 6 6 6 6 6 7. Okay, but don't go that way. Just put it as 0.67 like that, and then see which is greater and which is smaller. You can decide that way as well. Okay, the LCM and HCF of two numbers are 6 and 864 respectively. One number is given and the other number is you have to find. Remember, there is one formula which is very easy formula, and that easy formula is LCM into HCF is equals to LCM into HCF is equals to number 1 into number 2. Got it? My numbers was LCM was 864 into HCF was 6, right? 6, 864 is equals to number 1 is given to me 96 divided by N2. Oh, sorry, not divide, into N2. So I can cross multiply this. N2 is equals to, since 96 is in multiply on the right side, I have to put them in the division. 864 into 6 divided by 96. If I divide If I divide 96 out of 6, it should be 16, and N2 is equals to 16 divided by 864. For your satisfaction, here, this is the result, 54. Okay, becomes 54. That's how you have to find. The main thing is this: the multiplication of two number is equals to the multiplication of HCF and LCM. Okay. Question number 7. The HCF of two number is 12 and the difference is 12. Which of the following can be the number? Okay. The options are not provided, but let me tell you, this is the easiest question that you can get. Okay. The way you will have to solve is this. Write the multiplication of table of 12. 12, 12 दूनी 24, 12 तीन 36, 12 चार 48, 12 पंच 60, 12 छक 72, 12 सात 84, 12 आठ 96, 12 नौ 108, 12 120. Okay, I am just writing till 12 into 10. You can probably go on if there is an option bigger than this. Okay, now take any two consecutive number, 12, 24. The HCF is 12 and the difference is 12. 24, 36. The HCF is 12 and the difference is 36. Sorry, difference is 12. Okay, take this one. HCF is 12, difference is 12. So in option, if you don't get 84, 96, don't get hesitated. It can be 60, 72. It can be 72 for 84. Any number combination on this. When I say any number, don't go by 12 and 36 because difference, though, no, HCF is also 12 and 36. HCF is 12, but the difference is not 12, right? So any two consecutive number, if you see there in the option, you just stick it. Because in the multiplication table of 12, the difference is always 12 because I'm multiplying with 12 only. And the HCF is always 12 because I am multiplying with 12 only. So this is the easiest question that I can see, but don't get hesitated if you see the same question, but don't see the same option. There cannot, the question preparing team may be very intelligent and they might see that, okay, 8496 already given, let's give 4860 or let's give 3648. They can also be the right answer. They all are actually the right answer. Okay, so look for it. Write the table of 12, see which combination is present, pick that combination. Okay, now find the smallest number that is divisible by each one of them. When they say smallest number which is divisible by all of them, easy, find the LCM. So when I find the LCM, it's easy for me. Let's take the LCM. 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 12, 3 5s are 15. 5 4s are 20, 23s are 60, 63s are 180. Got it? So easy. Next. Question number 9 and 10, which is our second last and last answer that we will be doing. And after that, we'll do in the next video. The certain brand of soap powder is sold as rupees 15 per packet. It cost 144 a dozen. What is the profit in 8%? Okay. He is selling 8 per pack, 15 rupees per packet. Let's find the total selling price. Total SP is equals to one packet means 15. 1 dozen means into 12. 8 dozen means into 8. So this is his total SP. His total cost, though, total CP is equals to 1 dozen is 144 into 8 dozen means into 8. what is the profit percent? Okay. Now, 144 a dozen means he is buying it out of 12 rupees. He's buying it out at 12 rupees, selling it at 15. So profit is equals to 3 rupees on each. So total profit is 3 rupees in one packet into 12. That means 1 dozen into 8. As I have already told you, profit percentage is equals to profit divided by CP into 100. So if I have to find this value, what will I do? I'll go ahead and do 3 into 12 into 8. That is 3 into 12 into 8 divided by my cost price is 144 into 8, 144 into 8 into 100. 8 cancel out. 12 is 144. 3 4 is 12, and 4 divides 100 25 times. Right? So my profit percent as a whole should be 25%, which is the answer, right? Here, let me erase that first. See here, my profit percentage is 25%. Got it? Easy. My last question. And I would like to take this last question a little differently. Okay. Think differently. What it says, you divide this number by some number. Okay. And that number should leave the remainder 1, 2, and 3 respectively. So when I'm saying I'm dividing a number 36 and I'm leaving remainder, that means if I minus 37 minus 1, which is remainder, which is 36, that means 36 should be completely divisible. Similarly, for 56, remainder is 2. So 54 is the number which is completely divisible, and 93 minus remainder is 3. That means 90 is fully divisible. Now, let's find the factor of these. 36 means 6 into 6. 54 means 6 into 9. And 90 means 6 into 15. Let's break it a little more. 6 means 3 into 2, 9 means 3 into 3, and 15 means 3 into 5. So if you see here, 6, 3, 6, 3, 6, 3 is common. So 6, 3 is 18. 18 is the smallest number or the greatest number which divides all these 3 numbers, leaving remainder 1, 2, and 3 respectively. Though the answer is not provided here, I'm pretty much sure you can go ahead and write the answer as 18. Okay, so this is all for today. I'll be sharing more videos. This question paper have how many questions? I think 75 questions. I'll be sharing this in 7 more videos. Hopefully this will be helpful. Thank you. Bye.